I want to talk about Jahmyr Gibbs' 70-yard touchdown run against the Titans on Sunday because the Lions blocked this about as perfectly as you could expect. Also, I want to go ahead and point out a wrinkle that Ben Johnson has added to this version of the outside zone run. So let's get into it. Okay, for the purposes of this video, we're going to go ahead and use the end zone view of the all 22. It's the cleanest look at how the offense is blocking up front and then the defensive alignment that's being given to them on this particular run play. So as you saw, it's an outside zone run to the left. And at the start, Decker, he is going to try and reach Harrell, the defensive end right here. If he can't get that reach, he's then just going to kick Harrell out, and Gibbs is going to make his read off of that block with running to the outside. We then have Glasgow and Ragnow. They're going to work a combination block right here on Simmons, and then climbing up to Murray based on which direction Murray goes, and then how the combination block, who's going to take over, and then who's climbing. We then have, this is where the wrinkle that I mentioned by Ben Johnson comes into play. Usually on outside zone runs, the backside is still going to sell outside zone run. So you would have Zeitler and Sewell working against Sweat up to Gibbons, kind of like this, normally on an outside zone run play. But that's not what happens here. Instead, and I don't know if you noticed this when I ran the play at the beginning, we have Laporta who's going to insert into the A gap, and he's the one who's going to go ahead and block Gibbons on this outside run. Instead, what you're going to have happen is Sewell, he's going to step and he's going to seal Landry right here. And then that's the same thing that Zeitler does. He's going to step and seal Sweat just like this. So again, this is the wrinkle that's being done by the Lions to have a tight end insert to pick up that linebacker. Now Gibbons, he does try to shoot to go get Gibbs, but because of Laporta getting there, he's unable to do that. There's no offensive lineman for him to try and avoid. So this is a little bit different. Like I said, it's a bit of a different wrinkle. What we're reading on this play for Gibbs is we're reading 1 to 2. So if the head's to the outside, you're going to cut up inside of the block. If the head of the defender's to the inside, then you're going to go ahead and stay to the outside. In addition to the way that the offensive line is blocking along with Laporta, instead of having Amon-Ra St. Brown go to block Quandre Diggs, he's instead going to stay on Brownlee. When you watch the play, you'll see that Diggs slightly steps to his left at the start of the play, getting himself slightly out of position, which then he takes a bad angle, and that allows Gibbs to pop out from the lane that he's taken that's been blocked open and run untouched for 70 yards. So let's forward the play a little bit. Now that I've talked about it, you can see right there, Glasgow steps in to help out Ragnow so that Ragnow can seal off Simmons. And then Glasgow climbs up to Murray. Notice that we've got Laporta making his block on Gibbons, who's trying to shoot the gap to engage and get to Gibbs. And then we have a nice seal on the backside right here. So everything just is perfectly lining up as the Lions are running this play. Like I said, from the end zone view, you can see how it lines up so well. Let's go back to the beginning of the play again. We get this block. So just right here, remember what I said. Head outside, go inside. Head inside, stay outside. And so that is why Gibbs is going to take that lane to the end zone. So why do it you then block with the tight end doing this insert just like you're seeing right here by the Lions? Well, one of the things is your offensive lineman can get a nice seal to the backside of the defense. Also, it kind of messes with the read of the backside defenders because they may be thinking that it's not an outside zone run play going away from these two offensive linemen right here, Sewell and Zeitler. They may be thinking, hey, something's going to be coming back, or something might be coming right into the hole right here. Now, actually, because Laporta is going up and he is engaging on an insert against Gibbons, that still opens up the cutback if Gibbs needed to take it because Simmons won to the outside of Ragnow. But he doesn't. That allows Gibbs to go on the lane that's been blocked. But it's a different variation to kind of mess with a defense, potentially the way that they're reading the offensive lineman. But then you can also add, for example, play action with it. You could have Laporta come inside like he is going to block and insert. And instead, then he's going to be kind of the throwback back here, Like I said, wash down, allow Gibbs to take the backside cut even a little bit more, have a bigger hole for the backside. The way of doing it without having to cut, you have to remember on outside zone, it used to be that you could cut on the backside, which really then opened up the backside cut for the running backs on outside zone. This is a way of artificially creating that as well by just having the backside two guys just step and seal off the defensive lineman. Variety of ways that you might do this, but this is how it was done. And like I said, it was pretty much done perfectly. And we'll just run it one more time for you guys so you can see it in its glory. Really well done by the Lions. The offensive line for the Lions is playing really well. The team as a whole is playing really well. Ben Johnson does a lot of things that is keeping defensive coordinators off balance. And it's going to be really interesting what happens in the NFC North. Let me know your thoughts down below, though, with this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like. If you enjoy this type of content, please make sure to subscribe. We'll see you next time, though. Have a great rest of the day. I do want to recognize the members of this channel at the booster level and above for their support. If you wish to have your name in a video just like this, make sure to check out the join link in the description below. Here on the end screen, you can see that there's another recommended video. Make sure to click that and watch it. Also, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future breakdown videos. I hope you have a great rest of the day.